discover more about the nature of reality and help create a better life for yourself and the rest of the planet. My name is Icke and I've created a process called Draw Your Reality. For more information, you can go to my website, nikkipalmer.com, and receive a free gift that I put together just for you.
And so what I'm seeing in the last few days, for instance, is stories where this more far out stuff, as it seemed to be, are now coming to the surface. And I'm going to start with this one. Zuckerberg funds wireless mind control using, quote, game-changing brain implant. And when I was, writing and talking years ago about the fact that they want to connect the human brain to artificial intelligence and manipulate human thought externally, and how this technology already existed and it was just a case of finding a way to sell it to the people. Of course, a lot of people thought, well, that's just Icke being crazy again, but here it is. This is the story. When Mark Zuckerberg, it says, isn't smoking meat, or cooking up excuses for data harvesting scandals, the 34-year-old Facebook CEO and his wife, Priscilla Chan, are high-fiving over their investments in the mind control game, according to Business Insider. Funded by their for-profit, almost everything Zuckerberg does is for-profit, it's in the DNA, their for-profit biomedical research company, the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative, CZI, the Silicon Valley power couple, is helping to fund research that could vastly improve the lives of people suffering from neuromotor disorders, or, with the same technology, create an army of compliant cyborgs trained to take Mark Zuckerberg seriously. Mark Zuckerberg and his pediatrician wife, Priscilla Chan, the Business Insider says, have sold close to 30 million shares of Facebook to fund an ambitious biomedical research project called the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative, CZI, with the goal of curing all disease within a generation. A less publicized component of this $5 billion program includes work on brain-machine interfaces, here we go, devices that essentially translate thoughts into commands. The one project is a wireless brain implant that can record, stimulate, and disrupt the movement of a monkey in real time. And as I've been writing for all these years, externally controlling human thought, thus human behavior and perception, is where this has been leading all along. And they hide it behind, oh, we can cure all disease, or we'll cure Alzheimer's, or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that this technology can be used for positive things with people in need of help. But that's not the goal. That's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is externally controlling human thought, thus human perception. The story says, in a new paper published in Nature this week, ZCI-funded researchers outline a wireless brain device implanted in primates that can record, stimulate, and modify brain activity in real time, at least in primates. The principle is the same in anything. This device can sense a normal movement and immediately stop it, according to researchers at the Chan-Zuckerberg Biohub. Oh my God. A non-profit medical research group within the CZI. If the technology translates to humans, it could be used therapeutically for those suffering from diseases like Parkinson's or epilepsy by stopping involuntary muscle movements just as they start. Our device is able to monitor the primate's brain while it's providing the therapy, so you know exactly what's happening, said study coordinator Ricky Muller, a professor of computer science and engineering at UC Berkeley and a Biohub investigator. Business Insider says, the applications of brain-machine interfaces are far-reaching. While some researchers focus on using them to help assist people with spinal cord injuries and other illnesses that affect movement, others aim to see them transform how everyone interacts with laptops and smartphones. Here we go. Both a division of Facebook, formerly called Building 8, as well as Elon Musk's founded company called Neuralink, have said they are working on the latter. Muller said her research at the BioHub is walled off from other work on brain-computer interfaces being done at Facebook. So, of course, Elon Musk, I mean, what a bullshitter this man is. He says that AI connected to the human brain could be the end of humanity, and then starts a company called Neuralink to connect the human brain to artificial intelligence. I mean, and it says developed at the CZI's notoriously secretive Building 8, now renamed. Muller describes in her paper how she and a team of Berkeley researchers collaborated with medical device startup Cortera to use a wireless implantable brain device called the Wand to prevent monkeys from doing a trained behavior. Placed on the monkey's head, the palm-sized wireless wand was able to tap into the primate's brain and record, stimulate, and modify the monkey's behavior in real time. The device did so by sensing when the monkey was about to move a joystick, at which point it immediately shoots a targeted electric signal to the right part of its brain. Since the machine was wireless, the monkey didn't have to be restrained during the process. To do so, it uses 128 electrodes or conductors placed directly into the primate's brain, roughly 31 times more electrodes than today's human-grade brain-computer devices, which are limited to 4 to 8 electrodes. That is a big departure. This is Business Insider writing now. That is a big departure from current devices, which typically require multiple pieces of bulky equipment and can only either sense movement or disrupt it at one time. Muller's device does both at once. To do so, it uses 128 electrodes or conductors placed directly into the primate's brain, and repeats what was said in the article before. It's roughly 31 times more electrodes than today's human brain devices, computer devices. I believe this device opens up possibilities for new types of treatment, said Muller, whose work on the brain-machine interface is just one part of a larger set of projects under the CZI BioHub program. So this is just one example of this effort to externally control human thinking, human emotion, and therefore human perception and behavior. And, you know, they're talking about doing it through wireless connections here. And that's what we're looking at. You know, through this wireless cloud that's being increasingly available or imposed upon us, increasingly globally because of satellites from the sky pounding the world with Wi-Fi. If it's very simple, the technology is very simple, the physics behind it is very simple. The human brain works on certain frequencies, and it processes information within those frequencies. It operates in that band of frequency. So if you can produce frequencies within this Wi-Fi cloud that operate within the same frequency band as human brain activity, you can intervene in the way the brain processes information, and the brain processing information is just another way of saying thinking and emotion, because that they are expressions of the brain body processing information. So we're looking at an extraordinary world in which whoever controls the technology will dictate the perceptions and thinking of the vast tracts of the population. And we've really got to understand that these people like Zuckerberg, the high-fiving, hey man, front people for this, and they are only front people for the real force that's behind all this. They're not nice people. They are very, very unpleasant people who try to sell an image of themselves which is utterly not what they are.